We have some time, so what I'd like to do is actually walk over and talk to you a little bit about the temporary lighting that we have as well. Because I'll tell you what, and anytime that you're getting opportunities for temporary power, all right, I keep telling you, let's make sure we ask for the power cords, the transition cords that feed all this, along with the temporary power boxes and three-phase panels. But anytime you're getting this type of opportunity, that type of opportunity is also here, okay? Temporary lighting is also an opportunity with that same job site probably. And it could be overhead lighting, it could be task lighting. It doesn't matter. There's going to be all different types of things that they need, okay? So please keep in mind that we have probably the largest breadth of temporary lighting that's available for your customers as well, okay? Now, kind of what I'm focusing on here is more of some of the CEP legacy products that have come into the Southwire family, and I'm doing that for a reason. I think most of you are fairly familiar with a lot of the temporary lighting in the Southwire line, with Garvin Industries, with ProBuilt, those types of lines of lighting. So I wanted to concentrate a little bit on some of the CEP items that are coming in because they're new to you, okay? And I don't want you to miss out on what some of these opportunities are, okay? Because we got a lot of different things, or a lot of different items that are available for you. I'm just going to start down here, and then I'll move on down the line. This right here is as you can see, it's a tripod stand light. And then what you will notice about these tripods, these are heavy-duty tripods. These are all steel tripods, okay? They're not plastic, all right? They're not the kind of tripods that are going to work for a few weeks out there in the field, and then they're going to be tossed into the garbage, okay? These, if they're taken care of, they're going to work well, okay? This one in particular has this is our part number 7270, and it has a rechargeable work light on the top of it, okay? This is a 50 amp, 4,000 lumen fixture. So it's going to give you a lot of light, a considerable amount of light out there in the field. I'm going to turn this on just for a second because I definitely don't want to blind anybody, okay? But you're going to see initial turn on, okay? You're going to have your 4,000 lumens, and then we also have a button on the back that's your 4,000 lumens. And then you're going to have a button on the back that'll reduce it down to 2,000 lumens. So we actually have two different settings on here for the lighting. One thing you'll notice, this has our wing light design, okay? Wing light has been a very, very popular model for us. The 5220 and the 5270 have been our best-selling products for the better part of a decade. And one feature that people love about it is that these wings rotate all the way forward, all the way backward, and then all the way forward, okay? So people like it to go all the way forward, so when they're storing it, transporting it, it protects the lens and the LEDs, okay? But this allows you just so much more versatility in where you want your light. I mean, you can move these panels in different orientations so you can get some light to the side. Maybe you want some light going in the back and some light in the front, okay? But you can basically turn this from a wide area light to a 360-degree light in the matter of seconds, okay? Very popular model. It's now available in a battery-operated mode. You can't see it, but on the back there is a inlet on here, and there's a battery indicator light. All right, so when the battery indicator light gets low, there's an inlet on the back. And that inlet, all you have to do is plug in an extension cord and then plug that into a 120-volt outlet. All right, and that will charge the battery. But here's the kicker. This works as you are charging it. So let's say this is their only form of light out there on the job site, and the battery's getting low. As long as they have a power source, they can plug it in and continue to use the light as it's charging the battery, okay? So very, very neat model. It comes in this on the 7-foot tripod. It also comes in a stubby version too as well. That's a little bit more portable out there in the field. Okay, so one of the lights that I think you can have a lot of success with. This here is a balloon light. Okay, MQ Power has something very similar. Okay, the Southwire balloon light, very cost competitive, and there's not any quality difference. Okay, it's 200 watts, 24,000 lumens, This is going to give you about 1,100 square feet of coverage all the way around it, okay? It comes on this tripod, again, all steel tripod, very heavy duty, and it extends up to 10 feet, okay? So this is great for outdoor work. It's great for work around areas that have high traffic, concrete pours, for example, and it's got this vinyl balloon around the LED fixture, and what that does is that dissipates the glare. All right, so you can actually look directly at this without seeing that imprint of LEDs in your eyes for the next, I don't know, minute or so, whatever. But that's why people like this and using it outdoors or where there's a lot of traffic, because people do see the light, it's not going to blind them, so it does dissipate the glare of the LED with this particular light here, okay? So this is our balloon light. The part number is the 9822. You'll see that in your price sheets. Something that you definitely want to be pushing out there. And if any of this, if you guys need samples, if you all need samples to be able to show your customers, don't be shy. Contact us, let us know what you need. We'll get it into your hands, because demo is the best way to sell it, okay? This particular light here is our CL78 LED, CLM78 LED. As you can see, it's a 360-degree light on there. We have a lot of different versions of this particular one. This one here is actually more of a watertight. It's an IP65 construction on here. So it can be used indoors or it can be used outdoors, especially if it's raining pretty hard outside. I don't know if you can see it from there, but this also has frosted lenses on here, again, to dissipate the glare. You're still going to get, it's 78 watts, and you're still going to get almost 10,000 lumens out of this. So it's going to give you a considerable amount of light. This extends up to 7 feet again, so you can get it up out of the area of people that are walking around and looking directly at it. But this is the CLM78 LED. It comes with a cast aluminum housing, so it's a very heavy duty light too as well. And the one thing you can do with this is you can take it actually off the tripod, and you can see this hook assembly from where you are, but this hook assembly will actually allow you to mount it overhead too as well and use it as a bay light. All right, it does not have a feed-through option to it, so it'll just be a one-off type of application, but where that works, this will give you a great amount of light too for either overhead lighting or area lighting like you see here. All right, moving on, I'm going to go to, the bay lights. Now again, we have a lot of bay lights in the Southwire line now, so why are we keeping these? Okay, well, they're a little bit unique in construction, as you'll see probably mostly with this unit here. All right, I want you to notice that there are tapered lenses on here. All right, why do we have tapered lenses? Well, when you hang this 20 feet overhead, 15 feet overhead, these tapered lenses are flashing more light to the floor. So it allows a little bit more versatility in that application over the cylinder type of lights, the corncob type of lights that you see out there on the market. So they may be able to mount these higher or spread them farther apart in the same application. So that's why we have the tapered design on these particular bay lights. So this is our 100 watt, 12,000 lumen bay light. We also have this available in a 60 watt, 7,800 lumen bay light. We have this light here, which is, it's a tank, but it's a heavy duty light. And we have a lot of people who love to use this because of its durability out there in the field. It's going to cost your customers more, so it's not going to be like a light like this or some of the others. This is going to cost them more, but it's going to work and it's going to be out in the field a lot longer than some of those other lights will, okay? It's a cast aluminum housing on this. It's got the tapered lenses, as you can see. You got the LEDs on the bottom. So it's going to distribute more light to the floor. This is 120 watts and 14,000 lumens. We are coming out with an upgraded version of this, okay, that's going to be 19,000 lumens. All right, so a couple different options that are coming out. I tell you what, we sell a lot of these in the tent rental, or I'm sorry, the tent industry, because when they're up in the tents and they're working in a industrial type of area, or maybe it's a military type of area that they're working in, there's a lot of wind, there's a lot of banging back and forth. We actually had one of these units fall 10 feet to the floor. They hung it back up, plugged it back in, and it still worked. Okay, so that particular customer buys hundreds just because of the durability of this. Okay, so we have the different bay lights with the tapered lenses. This is a brand new light that we just came out with. This is our 9220, the stubby base, as you can see here, and then we also have a 9270, okay, which is the same light, on a 7-foot tripod like that. Okay, you can see it has the same wing design as that one over there. That goes all the way forward, all the way backward. Okay, so what's the primary difference between those, that wing light and this one? That one's 4,000 lumens. This one is 8,000 lumens. Okay, so it's going to give you a considerable amount more light on the job site. So you can see it's very bright. It's going to light up a large circumference, a large room, 800, 1,200 square feet. So it's definitely a good light, and it's got the durability too as well, as we utilize, you know, the polycarbonate lenses on here. It's got it's listed for outdoor locations, so you can use it indoors and outdoors. But this is a brand new light that's out and currently in stock. Something that you definitely want to show your customers, because there is a market out there for it. And then again, on the industrial side of things, we also have, this is our 9125, okay? We do sell a lot of these in the shipyard industry, in the industrial applications, because this one, it's plugged in, actually has a magnet on the back that's rated at 200 pounds. So this has 200 pounds of holding force. This particular one is 50 watts, 5,500 lumens. So again, it's going to give you a considerable amount of light on the job site. Don't stare directly at it like I just did though. But they can slap it up to a magnetic surface and they can get a good hold on it. All right. And then last but certainly not least, this is our cart light. This is our LED cart light. This is a real heavy mover. And it has been for us for a number of years. Obviously, we have this in the legacy version, okay? The legacy version is the metal halide, the 1,000-watt metal halide. This one is a 200-watt, 22,000 lumen LED panel head. So there's two versions available. There's a single head, which comes on this, this cart stand. So the cart stand you can actually pull back and you can roll around the job site very easily. And it extends, this one extends up to 10 feet. All right, and then we have the dual head version 2 as well that extends up to 12 feet. Also comes on a cart stand, and it has a winch on there. And the winch you can roll up to 12 feet or roll down to 12 feet. So a couple different options that are available here. Again, you definitely want to show this when you're getting into the industrial applications. I mentioned before, power plants and petrochemical facilities and places like that. They're always looking for area lights like this because they're working outdoors and they want to be able to light up large areas. Or maybe for concrete pours with your concrete contractors. Maybe they're doing a pour in the middle of the night before it gets real warm and hot during the day. These are great because they're going to light up a large area and they're going to allow them to do their work. As you can see, it comes on a base stand here. So what a lot of people will do because of the LED feature on this is they will put a little 2 kW generator on there and use that as its power source. So rather than having to extend the power cord all the way to an outlet, they can just have the outlet right there with the generator, and then they could be able to run their lights. So both of them. And so you can see it's a very bright light. It definitely is going to give you everything that you need for those particular type of applications. Okay.